However, ladies and gentlemen, also here tonight, I've already introduced him to you. My 4 on the retard scale brother Jonathan is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for Jonathan. Now, Jonathan, have a seat here. Now, I know I told you about this about 5 minutes ago, but ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the impromptu roast of Jonathan Gutin. Let's give it up for him. Let's give it up for him. Good evening, Jonathan. Now, Jonathan, this is in the industry what we like to call a roast. And it is an honor for me to make fun of you here in public and for all these people trying to laugh at you and ridicule you. It is the nicest thing I can do for you as a brother. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Jonathan. He's here tonight. Let's do it. Now, Jonathan, God knows that you're only good for 2 things, which is smoking weed and asking me for money and cigarettes. And all 3 of those things have happened tonight. And God bless your heart. And let's give it up for Jonathan. He flew in here all the way tonight from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Let's give it up for him. And by flew here, I mean he bumped a ride off of Tom Dugan over here, ladies and gentlemen. And he did not contribute gas money, and he did bump 2 of Tommy's Polaroid lights and had him buy him a vodka tonic. Which is what friendship is all about with you, Jonathan. So, Jonathan, my God, look at your hair. My God, I think Osama bin Laden's hiding in there. Look, there he is. There's his dialysis machine. Now, Jonathan, I want you to know that all of your problems are not, totally your fault. And I'm not perfect, okay? Everybody knows who went to high school with me here that I did every drug under the sun from the time I was 14 till I was 16 except heroin, okay? This is true, Jonathan. I tried ecstasy when it was called, here, Russ, try this. Let me know if anything weird happens. So, bury in the know. And I did every drug but heroin, Jonathan. I remember the first time I saw somebody doing heroin right in front of me. I was like, man, I will never do heroin, man. That shit is for fucking idiots. Oh my God, is it bright here? Oh my God, is it bright here? So I'm not perfect, Jonathan. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, that I used to torture little Jonathan a little bit, okay? Isn't that right, Jonathan? Remember the time that I tied you with the hose, and I tied it tight enough that you couldn't get out, but I tied it loose enough so that I put the spigot right up near your face, and you were like... You'd have thought you'd had information about a bomb. And I was Keeper Sutherland, like, where's the bomb? Where's the bomb? America, Patriots. That was hilarious. And then I wanted to be a baseball pitcher, remember? And I tied you to the tree, and I told you that whenever I hit you in the belly button, it was a strike. And I told you to let me know. But I have to apologize right now, because my strike to balls ratio was a little questionable. And I think you might be sterile, okay? Which is probably best for everybody involved. This is big, Jonathan. This is bigger than your bar mitzvah, man. This is awesome. And you guys remember that game on American Gladiators where the gladiator had the tennis ball gun and the competitor would run up those things and hide behind the things and the gladiator would shoot the gun at him? Oh, me and Jonathan played that game all the time, except there was nothing for Jonathan to hide behind. It was amazing. I would just have him run up the field and I'd peg him with baseballs. And if I ran out of stuff, a wrench or a hammer. And you got really good at it. You were quick after a while because you didn't want any more bruises. So, Jonathan, it's not all your fault. It's not all your fault because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to half apologize tonight because Jonathan's retardation is not all my fault. It's not all my parents' fault. It's not all genetics' fault. Because one time, I did stick Jonathan in the dryer. Now, I know what you're thinking. My God, that's brilliant. And I agree. And it was amazing, Jonathan. It was my brainchild, okay? I thought of it. But then, my plan had one fundamental flaw. I didn't know how to turn on the dryer. But our other brother, he said, don't worry, I watched Mom. So I opened the door, and I have Jonathan stand in front of the door. I said, hey, Jonathan, you want to do something nobody's ever done before? And he's like, oh, yeah, will I be an astronaut? Yeah, like an astronaut. Will I get an orange suit? Sure. You get whatever you want. So I get him in there, and I'm like, good luck, Captain Jonathan. And I slam the door, and our older brother, he turns on the dryer, he hits the button, it starts, he goes to his hiding spot. I go to my hiding spot, and all you hear, Jonathan, is Whoop. Resident, you go to the banana. Whoop. Whoop. And now listen, everybody. I did not know at the time that any second now, searing hot gas was going to come out and melt Jonathan's skin off. I did not know I was creating my own little personal Auschwitz in Iris's laundry room. Fight this way to the dryer, Jonathan. Nothing bad will happen to you. Okay, so I didn't know that, Jonathan. And then Mom was upstairs and she was cooking. I don't know what she was cooking, Big Mike, but let's just go with matzo ball soup. It's a stereotype. You know what I'm talking about. And she's cooking matzo ball soup and she's like, oh my God, my Jonathan's in trouble. My Jonathan's in trouble! And she comes running down the stairs like Xena the warrior princess, like, ah! And she comes down and all she sees is, I poke out of my high spot, Aaron pokes out of his high spot, and then all you see in the center of the shot is the dryer convulsing with the death cries of her youngest born. And in one full swoop, she's like, boom, boom. She opens the door, she gets you like, I can't even have them. I can't even have them. And my mother turns around, she looks at me and my other brother, and there's that really long, awkward pause, and my older brother goes, Russell did it. He didn't take his Ritalin. And he skipped out. And my mother's like, So, Jonathan, I want you to know that your retardation is not all my fault. It's also partially Mom and Dad's fault. So if anyone here has any complaints about what they've heard tonight, please address all your complaints to Iris and Manny Gutin in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You don't need the address, because trust me, the authorities know where those psychopaths live. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rus Gutin. That's my time. Thank you for coming out.